Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Josh Just Coding. In today's tutorial, we're going to take a look at how you can rotate your player camera using your mouse. We are going to be building off of the character we built in our previous locomotion video, so I suggest checking that out if you haven't already. But if you do already have your own character, it is not required. With that said, let's jump straight into today's tutorial. We're going to come to our input folder. We're going to right click in our content browser, and we are going to create a new input action. We will call this IA for input action underscore mouse X. And we will create a second input action, and this will be IA underscore mouse Y. What we need to go ahead and do is open up both of these. And for value type, we are going to set it to be a axis 1D float. Again, you need to do that for both the mouse X and for the mouse Y. Then what we need to do is come over to our input mapping context. For us, that is IMC player. And we need to add our two new mappings. So we'll add mouse X and we'll add mouse Y. Again, you just do that by clicking this little circle up here beside mappings. Then what we need to do is actually assign them a keybind. For this, we're going to click on the little drop down that says none, and we are going to search for mouse X, which will of course be for IA mouse X, and for IA mouse Y, we'll search for mouse Y. Then we can actually go ahead and save our input mapping context as we are done with it. We can then come open up our player character. And in our player character, we can now come to the event graph and we can add these two new input mapping actions. So we'll right click in our event graph and we'll search for IA underscore mouse X under enhanced action events. And we'll also go ahead and get IA underscore mouse Y. Then what we can do is actually tell the character to rotate the camera when we move our mouse. So to do that, all we need to do is go ahead and drag off of triggered from mouse X, and we will do add controller yaw input. And for value, we'll just drag off of action value and hook it up. Then for our IA mouse Y, again off of triggered, we'll search for add controller pitch input. Now, instead of just straight up dragging the action value to the value, we are going to multiply it by -1. And the reason we do that is by default, the controls are inverted. So if you move your mouse up, you'll actually look down. And if you move your mouse down, you'll look up. If you want inverted controls, feel free not to multiply it. But I don't like inverted controls, so I will be multiplying it by -1. Again, that's completely a you decision. And then we can hook the output of this -1 to the value. Now, something I do want to note, if you're using a third-person camera, that I'll quickly cover. Let's say you have your own camera component. In order for your camera component to use your rotation, you need to search for use control or use pawn control rotation, and you need to make sure that this is enabled. You need to check it for your camera component. We're doing a first-person camera, so we don't have a camera component, but if you are using a third-person camera, you need to enable this checkbox or it will not work. It's a very common hiccup, so I just wanted to cover that quickly. Now again, we're doing first-person, so we're going to go ahead and delete that camera component. And we can actually go ahead and take a look at this in-game now. If we move our mouse up, we look up. If we move it down, we look down. If we go left and right, it works. And our movement works relative to our rotation. So no matter which way we are rotated, W will always move you forward, S will always move you back, A will always move you left, and D will always move you right. So that's going to be it for today's tutorial. Nice, short, and sweet. If it did help you out, please do leave a like and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment down below if you have any questions or suggestions on how I can make these videos better in the future. With that said, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and good luck with your games.